What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have my first little video here on the F30. So if you saw my introduction video of the F30, you know that I pointed out some problems that the F30 had, and one of them was that the passenger side headlight, the xenon bulb, is not working. As you can see here, the driver side works, but the passenger side isn't on. So I went ahead and bought just a new set of xenon bulbs. I didn't get OEM bulbs because they were quite expensive. Just for one, it was like $200. So I just found some on Amazon that had really good reviews. I figured I'd try those out in the meantime, and maybe later down the road, if one of them goes out, I'll get an actual OEM bulb. But for now, I'm just gonna use these. Supposedly these bulbs are actually brighter than the OEM bulbs, so we'll see how that looks. But yeah, so in this video I'm just going to be showing you guys the process of changing your xenon bulbs on the headlights for the F30. So here are the new bulbs. They come in this nice little box here with some gloves and some instructions. There's the company name. But yeah, these had very good reviews, so I just figured these will be a good temporary replacement in the meantime. They look pretty much identical to the OEM bulbs, so hopefully they won't throw any codes or anything. So the process is pretty easy, it's pretty simple, doesn't take that long. So I'm just going to be lifting up the car and taking off the wheel and then playing around with some clips and tabs and all that to get the bulb out. So the headlight's gonna be behind this little plastic cover piece, as you can see in relation to the brake disc here, right behind the headlight. Just simply pull these tabs, unhook them, just pull this out, and then there is the housing for the xenon bulbs. I believe you just turn this counterclockwise and it'll come out, and there's the bulb. Now is probably a good time to use these gloves. As you can see, it's pretty small for my hand, but yeah, this bulb's probably going to be pretty hot, and you don't want to get any fingerprints or anything on there. So to get the bulb out, you just need to disconnect the connector here by just pulling down on it and wiggling it. It'll take some time, but it'll come out like that. Move that out of the way. And then to get the actual bulb out, you're gonna push down on these two like little metal pieces here, and then to the left, push, and then to the left, and then you'll see it unhook. Move it out of the way. There we go. And then you can wiggle the bulb out here. There we go. And here's the old bulb. It looks fine. I'm not sure why it went out. Actually, there's a little mark there. I don't know if that means anything, but there's that. Now we'll get our new bulb. I don't know if it matters which side. They look identical, so, and there's no letter R or L to indicate a left or right. Just make sure everything's the same, the connector's the same. So yeah, Let's put this new one in. Let's see. Connectors in the way. I think it's in place here. Just put the clip back on it. There we go. Make sure to unhook it or hook it on. There, it's hooked in. And then connect the connector back in. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now let's check to see if it works. So we're gonna go in the car here. Accessory mode. Turn on the headlights. There's all the lights for like the brake. I get that every time I get in the car. There's the brake light malfunction. Oh, the light didn't turn on for the malfunctioning headlight. Let's see if it works. Would you look at that? It works. Fantastic. There we go. Awesome. Okay. I was a little nervous there and unsure, but it works. Does look a little bit wider than this one. See if I can get a full comparison here. Yeah, you can totally see the difference. It's a lot wider and brighter on the passenger side bulb. Well, isn't that just satisfying when you fix a problem? Alright, as you can see, these bulbs do work. Initially, that is. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but they work, so that's a plus. So I'm just going to do the other side. It's the same exact process and see if the other bulb works, just to make sure, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I replaced the other bulb on the driver's side, and now both of them have the new bulbs. Here's a look at the new bulbs. They're definitely much brighter and whiter than the OEM bulbs. So far, everything's good. They both work. There's no codes or anything. Now we just gotta see how long they last. And there you have it guys, that's basically the process of replacing your xenon bulbs. As you saw, they're pretty easy. Not pretty easy, extremely easy. You could definitely do this on your own. If you're interested in these bulbs that I use, I'll definitely link these down below if you're in the same boat, if one of your headlights isn't working, or you just want to upgrade them to a brighter xenon bulb. I'll link these down below. So just to give you guys a quick update on just the car itself. First thing here is, as you can see, you might have saw earlier in the video, I took off that front lip that was on there that I pointed out in the intro video. But as you can see, it left over some pretty bad adhesive marks, or just adhesive itself, where the splitters were glued onto, I guess. As you can see there, the paint actually ripped off with the adhesive. So I'm definitely just gonna get the front bumper repainted. I've already made some connections to get that done, so that'll be happening soon here. So the second update, I took the car to a shop so I could have some professionals look at the car to see if they would confirm what I saw and to see if they could find anything else. They confirmed everything I saw in terms of the oil leaks, and then they also found some additional leaks I noticed that the oil pan gasket was leaking and the oil filter housing. They noticed both of those, and they also noticed a couple lines going to the turbo. They said it was a coolant return line. It was leaking somewhere, and then the oil return line to the turbo was also leaking, and then the transmission was somehow leaking around the pan. So those are 3 additional things that I didn't notice. So that's where we're at so far on terms of finding things that are wrong with the car. I also ran into an issue with one of the lug bolts because I was trying to take off the wheel, and I believe these lug bolts have not been taken off in like a long time, like a very long time, because they were very, very tight and on there. I think they were definitely over torqued, and one of them I couldn't break loose, so I had to take it to that same shop that did the inspection, and they had to drill it out. So that was pretty annoying and a pretty big inconvenience, and some extra money I had to spend to get that out of the way. But now that I have it out of the way, I can do the brakes and the rotors. So the next few things I'm going to try to do here are the brakes and the rotors. The brake pads are really low, and then the rotors are like starting to form a lip, so those need to be replaced. And then the thing with the tail light, the brake light, excuse me, I'm gonna try to, I think I just need to get a new headlight or bulb holder, and that'll fix it, so we'll see about that. The third update is I did a pretty nice deep cleaning of the interior because it was pretty dirty and it didn't look like it was cleaned at all. So the interior looks nice and clean. It looks like it has some life in it. Headlights are still on. Turn it off. So yeah, the interior is nice and clean now. The steering wheel is much cleaner. It was really dirty. The steering wheel was probably the worst part. Then I cleaned the door handles. Made the red. Put some leather cleaner from Chemical Guys, so now the red stands out a bit more. Looks brand new. There's the back. It's a nice cherry red almost. But anyway guys, that about wraps up this video here. Hopefully this video was helpful. It's pretty easy DIY here for your headlight bulb. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions or anything, feel free as always to comment those down below. But anyway guys, I will see you on the next one.